Hello, Big Brother fans. Let's do this. Episode 21 before tonight's episode, which is going to be really exciting. I swear, I promise you, it's going to be exciting. Well, if they put the things in it that I think they're going to put. Anyway, Jesse's on the block for the 4th time, and Spencer is on the block for the 5th time. Helen is disappointed, hoping that Miranda was going to be put up by Andy. But she says, is he with her or is he with them? Poor Helen. Andy assumes that Spencer, assures Spencer that he is going to be safe at all costs. Meanwhile, he's playing that silly game of wanting to have Jesse go home blindsided by telling her that she too is safe. Stupid game in my opinion. I've always felt that the blind side, especially when you're dealing with jury members, is a ridiculous way to go. It's a surefire way to make sure that they're not going to vote for you if you are standing in the end. You can't call that, I don't know, to me, I don't think it's a good move. If you're backdoored and you weren't given a chance to play for the veto, you pretty much know ahead of time that you're going to be, that you're going to be gone, especially if the HOH takes down one of the two people that he puts up and puts someone in their place. You know you're being backdoored, you know you're going home, you have several days to deal with that. You have from Saturday through Thursday to deal with the fact that you are leaving. But because Jesse doesn't know that she's leaving, it is going to be ugly. Amanda, Aaron, Andy, and McCrae form the 3 a.m. alliance for the final 4, which hurts my heart. Seriously, the fact that Andy switched over from Helen so easily, even though he continues to state, "Oh, it's gonna kill me to have to do it." If it's gonna kill you, then why are you doing it? I don't understand it. I mean, I can see where he thinks that Amanda and McCrae are probably the more the people that he thinks could probably make it to the final 4 better than Helen and Alyssa, because McCrae has won an HOH. I think he's won a POV as well. I'm not sure. Amanda has done absolutely nothing, pretty much like Alyssa, except I think Alyssa won a POV. I'm so bad at remembering things like that. That's why I have things that I write down. It's like the track records are somewhat even, because Helen has also won an HOH, and Andy's been, with Helen and has formed a bond with her. It just kills me that he was so easily pulled away from her to form another alliance that will eventually take her out. Sad. Helen's worrying about Andy's allegiance to her. She says she's going to keep her eye on it, and he realizes that he too is in a tricky spot, being that in-between person. The sad thing about the thing that's going on in the house right now is that people are talking a whole lot more because there aren't very many people left in the house, so they have a lot more time on their hands, and the time that they are put in lockdown because the sets are being built in the backyard creates a lot of time for them to be enclosed in there and a lot to talking. So I have a feeling that Andy's going to be found out, and it's not. Yeah. Amanda gets wind that Helen wants her out, her and McCrae out, and she decides that McCrae and Andy need to make a fake alliance with Helen so that they can keep her close, and then they're going to put her up and out. So McCrae approaches Helen, saying that they have a similar game, but then she says she'll think about it. Then we move on, and the people were chosen for the veto. So we have Helen, Andy, Jesse, Alyssa, Spencer, and Amanda, and the host was McCrae. If you watched my wedding video that I put up just a little bit ago, that's the costume that Andy wore as he was officiating the wedding, the costume that McCrae had while he was hosting. Amanda decides that she's going to allow Helen to win the POV, and that everyone was instructed to fold on the POV game, because one of the one of the disadvantages of bringing in superfans is the fact that they know what's going to happen when, and they can more or less tell, is it going to be physical, is it going to be memory, is it going to be such and such, right? So McCrae is a mega super fan, and he said he thinks it was going to be the card game, and son of a gun if it wasn't. So that's how they knew ahead of time that they could plan that if this was indeed the game that they were going to be playing, everyone can fold and Helen can be the winner. Except that Spencer decides part way through that it's not what he wants to do. Smart guy, hello, should have done it from the beginning, but oh well. Anyway, the name of the POV was BBB movie. Big Brother B movie. Blood, bolts, and bandages. Anyway, they had to earn 3 tickets to the movies, and there was like a set, and there was like a little section of a set, and they said, like this container holds 3 brains. How many brains are in all the containers on this set? So basically you had to take that, multiply it by however many other things that were on the set, and kind of guesstimate the number. And you could, stay, fold, and anyway, we go through all of that. And since Spencer blew the plan and kind of pissed off Amanda, he, saying, oh, well, there goes that plan, as she goes to go sit down and be her, negative self. The game continues on, and it ends up that Andy wins. So he is not just the HOH, but he is also the POV holder. Helen hopes that he's going to use it so that he can pull down somebody and put up a power player. But as you see at the end of the show, let's see. Did they show that at the end of the show? I didn't write it down, and because I watch everything in advance, I don't want to give spoilers. So anyway, Jesse makes a pitch. And her pitch is to take out Amanda, and she'll fight for him. Spencer would be appreciative, for helping him. And Helen and Alyssa wouldn't have done anything wrong with him. So they could all, kind of unite. If they take out Amanda, then, they would be the powerhouse in this structure. Little does she know about 3 a.m. So McCrae decides that Helen needs to go after they talk about getting Amanda out. So he says we've got to do this sooner than later. So the plan right now in the house is if they get into power, that Helen is gone. 3 a.m. holds a meeting, and they need to decide if he is going to use the veto to backdoor Helen. And that's where I ended up taking notes. And sadly, because I have so much craziness going on, I can't remember the end of the episode, so I don't know if they did it or not. I think they usually do show at the end if he's used it or not. Either way, if you don't want spoilers, now is the time to leave. So, hopefully you're gone. See you later tonight. The people who want the spoilers, he did not use the POV. I didn't post a video because I felt that would have been like overkill to post a video saying, and he didn't use the POV. Big deal. So he did not use the POV. So the nominations stand as is, and Jessie was a bloody effing mess when she overheard Andy, Helen, and Alyssa talking about her being sent home. She got, I didn't see this first fight, but apparently she got incredibly ugly with Alyssa. Just saying really mean, nasty, ugly things about her. One of the recurring things that Alyssa was talking about that evening was that she was called ditzy, and apparently she took offense to being called ditzy. Alyssa comes off looking that way because her thought processes move a little slower, and her speech patterns, she does talk a little slower, but she's by far stupid. I don't think she's stupid at all, and I think a lot of people have misjudged her. I actually like her. She has a very weird, quirky sense of humor, and it's quite enjoyable. Anyway, Jesse heard about this, and then the next day it was just pure ugliness, just nasty, nasty ugliness. And then her crazy fit went away, and either or her medications kicked in or whatever. She went to sleep. She woke up a different person, and even Helen was saying, "This is not the Jesse I know. What's going on? What, you know, da 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 da." Anyway, she woke up and she felt really, really bad about what she'd done, and then that was the evening of the wedding, and when everybody had already gone downstairs, Jesse decides to talk to Amanda and says, you know, I really screwed things up. You know, what can I do to help myself in this position? And Amanda was like, you know, the best you can do is just apologize, you know, and everything that came out of Amanda's mouth immediately was turned out, and it came right out of Jesse's mouth to Alyssa and Helen, and apologized to them about her behavior, and was hoping that she would, you know, that they would keep her, and that it would give her time to help mend the wounds that were going on. And apparently now the newest pitch is keep me, because I'm getting really, really bad camera time right now, and I feel like I need the week to redeem myself and show that I'm not that person, and blah blah blah. Good ploy, but I think she's, you know, she's still going home. There's no way that at this point, I think, the house would willingly flip just to get Spencer out, since Spencer's been really keeping it really low-key, even though he screwed himself when he decided to start fighting for the POV. Anyway, I'll see you guys later tonight. All right, bye.